Hi guys, welcome back to Beauty Within. It's your hosts, Rowena and moi, Felicia. And today we're gonna do an updated skincare routine because it's been a while since we've done one of these and our products and the routine really shifts and changes according to the weather and also like depending on the different products we've been using.
So for both of our routines, you'll find a mix of high-end, more affordable, K-beauty, mainstream.
Yeah.
What is the opposite of K-beauty? American
beauty. American woman! Yeah! So basically you'll find a vast array of ingredients and price points.
Yes.
So something for everyone.
Yeah.
And a lot of these we haven't really covered in a previous video, and this is the first time we're talking about it.
And if things are more high-end, we'll do our best to recommend dupes or more affordable options.
And for those of you who don't know, or maybe you're new here, welcome. Rowena has combo dry skin.
Dry dehydrated combo.
Yeah.
Or I just have hyperpigmentation, freckles,
Yeah.
sunspots, and then my nose can get very stuffed and filled.
Grissy. And then I have like oily combination, but also acne prone. So
And also sensitive.
yeah, and also sensitive soul, sensitive skin. Not so much soul, but anyway.
So without further ado, let's get started with step 1, cleansing for Rowena's dry skin. We talk about our favorite cleansers all the time, Crave Beauty, Fresh, for me, the Glow Recipe Blueberry Bounce. So we're not gonna talk about that today, but I will highlight 2 things. The first thing we've mentioned in previous videos is the Retinol Calming Cica Cleansing Water. This is what I use every morning. Most days, I don't wake up too oily or too greasy, so I'm just like, okay, I just need to
That's not her life.
Yeah, I just need to wipe it off a little, but if I do wake up like really oily, really greasy, I just feel like I sweated a lot or like I had some crazy dreams and I was like, like dripping with oil.
You were like running like this, you wake up and you're like,
Then I will actually wash my face. So really it's just like waking up and seeing how my skin's feeling, and if it's just more neutral and more normal, I'll just go with the cleansing water and then follow with the rest of my routine. So in this specific cleansing water, it has Centella asiatica extract, which is high in vitamin C, A, and niacin, and 3 different weights of hyaluronic acid, which really hydrates and soothes the skin. And it can also help with removing makeup. It's quite gentle, doesn't sting your eyes, so like that's really awesome.
cleansing water is actually such a great method for those of you who don't really, like you don't have overly active pores during the night.
Okay, moving on. Have you ever heard of a shower pack, like a shower mask?
Oh yes,
Yes.
from Ren.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a vitamin C mask.
That you put on in the shower.
Yeah, a couple of minutes.
So this one's the Make Prem Shower Liquid Face Mask. It is a gel mask and it really helps to hydrate, refine, nourish, and helps tighten with Centella asiatica, hyaluronic acid. There's algae as well as blueberry and fig extract, which is high in antioxidants. According to the website, Make Prem says that it works by creating a barrier in your skin, while the steam of your hot showers allows the ingredients to really soak into your pores. And I think this is really what it does. So the first thing I do is wash my face, put this on, and then I'll wash my hair, wash my body, and at the very end, I'll wash it off. So it's recommended to keep on for 10-20 minutes, but like I don't take 20 minutes to shower.
That's a lot of water.
That's a lot of time. So I put it on for maybe like 5-10 minutes, and I think it does more than enough. And it does a really good job of clinging onto your skin. Like it doesn't droop, it doesn't drip, it doesn't you know, get washed off as
it's like
easily.
that perfect consistency. It's a very comfortable scent.
It's slightly like gelatiny. You know, it's like if butter were clear.
If butter were
Right? If butter were clear. I do feel it's a lot more, like my skin is a lot more calmed, hydrated, and tight. Even pores are a little tighter.
Very
It's like glowy.
interesting.
Yeah. But because there aren't like active ingredients, it's not gonna like be like
so
game changing.
different.
Yeah. Moving on to Essence. The Amora Pacific Single Extract Vintage Essence. This is a lightweight anti-aging essence that's like super watery in texture. The way that I described it was like a splash of water on your face. But it's like very, very, very hydrating, and it just soaks into your skin really, really quickly. And your skin is like, I'm so happy. It helps improve your skin's elasticity, firmness, clarity, as well as texture. And it's really good for dry, dull skin, and even for uneven skin tones.
Very watery, can attest to
Yeah,
that.
it's dripping all over. So the key ingredient is the fermented green tea. It's anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, amazing ingredients for soothing redness, irritation, and breakouts. It's also really, really, really high in antioxidants.
Because the fermentation in itself brings out so many more like little microbacteria to work with your skin's microbiome. And it's just really great. Like antioxidants, I feel like are unsung heroes.
Yes.
Because they really do help fight aging, signs of aging.
This specific green tea is harvested and handpicked from Amore Pacific's tea garden in Jeju. And I went to the Innisfree tea garden when I went to Jeju. I don't think it's the same. I would assume this is much bougier and not as accessible. And the leaves are fermented for 50 days, buried for another 50 days before being slowly extracted for 24 hours.
You know, the lives of these leaves have so much more care than like our lives.
Yeah, that is so true. The way that they're taken care of is why this bottle, this one is, I believe, 95, and then the bigger is 145.
Yeah, this is the smaller one.
It is very expensive. Do you need it? I don't think you need it. I don't think you ever need to spend that much on skincare, but because I already have it, I really, really, really like it, and it's worked really, really well for my skin, especially as we're kind of transitioning slowly from winter to spring. Next, we have Ven's Vitamin B Activator All-in-One Concentrate. I love this because it's all about like the minimalistic skincare, like skincare diet.
But while giving you the most.
Yes, this could work as toner, essence, moisturizer, face oil, all in one. And then the difference between the one that I have, this is the Vitamin B Activated versus the normal all-in-one, is this is a little creamier and thicker. And I think my dry, dehydrated skin needs something like this.
Yeah, because I use the original one. And I would say if you were to use this as a one step for all, you'd have to have normal skin. Like it's not too dry, it's not too oily, it's not dehydrated. You're like literally smack bang normal. And then you know those people who are actually like low maintenance in products. But I think if you maybe were to add one product, it would be like the toner. Added hydration.
It's like the whole family of vitamin B is here. Are you ready? So vitamin B1, thiamine HCl, B2,
riboflavin,
B3, niacinamide, B5, panthenol, B7, biotin, and B9, folic acid. After using this for a week, one of our coworkers was like, Ro, what have you been doing with your face? It's glowing. Like it was really bright. It was very even, very soothed, very glowing.
Those B vitamins, I tell ya, are like life-changing. They help with pores, they help with sebum, they help with texture, they help with color and nourishing. So all of that.
The only downside with this is the price. It's $185 for this big boy.
But if you do like the principle of something that fuses everything all in one, Muji actually has an all-in-one gel moisturizer. And you can use your toner and then just this one product and call it a day, sunscreen. And it's very lightweight. So that's like a more affordable version. Yeah, you're not gonna get the ingredients you find here. But like way toned down.
All right, next. Ven Advanced Multi-Perfecting Red Oil Serum. If I use this on its own, I feel like my dry skin needs a little more, and this is perfect. This is just like the perfect cherry on top that ties everything together.
It's even like cherry juice.
Cherry juice color, yes. The key ingredients include Gromwell root extract as well as Korean Angelica root extract that are fermented for 150 hours at low temperature, and this really helps the product work a lot better on your skin. So to use this, I usually apply 2 to 3 drops on my palms. I like heating it up and then gently pressing it into my face. The crazy thing is this formula is actually a prescription from 400 years ago. So in an encyclopedic medical book written in the 17th century called the Donggui Bogam, during the Choson dynasty, this formula has been passed down for over 400 years.
Damn.
So it's made based off of that, with the 34 different botanical oils and all that.
That makes sense because all the ingredients they use are from like ever. From way back when. Wow, that's
history.
Cool. That's heritage in a bottle.
Heritage.
You're paying for history.
Last but not least, the most important step in our skincare routine, sunscreen. So I've been loving Dr. Wu's UV hydrating lotion with hyaluronic acid SPF 50. So it's super lightweight, doesn't leave a white residue. It's just like the perfect sunscreen.
Yes, we discovered Dr. Wu and absolutely loved like all his products.
Yes. So we do have another one, is the Village 11 Factor Daily Mild Sun Cream, also SPF 50, equally as lightweight, the texture, everything. It's so beautiful. I would say this is a little thicker compared to Dr. Wu's, and I do find that it pills a little. When I'm applying CC, I can just, not a lot, you know how sometimes when it's like the whole thing comes off, but it's just like minor areas, there will be like a little bit of pilling.
A little techiness.
Yeah. So that is my routine.
Nice. Yes, a lot of these we have never ever mentioned, so that's exciting.
Pass the mic on to you.
Okay, so basically introducing my skincare routine. So for the last month or so, I was back home. And
Where's home?
Home is Australia.
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 Yes. For my combination oily skin, it tended actually to be a little drying. And I'm going to talk about like this red flaky area that I had persistently for like 2 months. Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Don't talk about your flaky ears too.
I just have like really weird flaky areas. So let's start off with this Peach and Lily Power Calm Hydrating Gel Cleanser. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. So the key ingredients for this are camellia, chamomile, centella asiatica, niacinamide.
Felicia's best friend.
I could just die. Just die right here. So chamomile is antimicrobial, it's anti-inflammatory, very soothing. It doesn't strip the skin of any of the essential oils. And camellia is just one of those ingredients that have been long been known, even in like Japanese culture, the geishas, how they used to use camellia flower oil to take off makeup. Because Peach and Lily like really extensively goes into ingredients. If there's anything questionable about any ingredient, it's just immediately off the list. And the consistency of it is almost exactly like the Then I Met You green tea gel cleanser. Oh my God.
It's like, beautiful. I've been using it too.
Nice. You know how we talked about dry cleansing? How like if you have patchy areas on the skin, this is so gentle and soothing and calming that you, without water, can just kind of work this in to your skin and then add a little bit of water to emulsify and it will just like soothe it all down. So would recommend if you can't tell. Cleansing done and then moving on to toner. So I've been very into mist toners. Yes. For the entire 2 months, I haven't used a cotton pad and like a cotton pad and toner. It's just been like, I just want to spray. I don't know why.
And then pat, pat, pat.
Yeah. And like keep layering it on. I think that has to do with just my skin feeling so dehydrated. So it just needs like a plant to be watered. So I've been using the Dr. Jart Cicapair Tiger Grass Calming Mist. What a name.
What a mouthful.
This has all the ingredients that you would want. But one specific to this mist is the Sea Holly Callus Culture Filtrate. And it's the plant cell of the sea holly plant that helps to give all these benefits to the skin. It has anti-aging benefits. It also helps with firmness and also subtle skin renewal. And then there's the one that we love pronouncing, Hakuna Matata extract.
Hotunya korta kortata.
It's a very rich antioxidant, so once again helps with fighting off free radicals and any sort of bacterial inflammation that is going on the skin. And on top of that, it also has the whole family of Centella asiatica.
Madecassoside. Asiatic acid.
All of it. And just one little thing to note, if you guys don't like lavender oil or bergamot fruit oil, it is in that, just very little amounts, so yes.
But it's there.
All right, so next for serum, this has been a life-changing one that you actually gave me more than a year ago and I only busted open now. But whoa, this is the Rodo Milano CC Medicated Intensive Spot Correcting Serum, and boy does it spot correct.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, so this one, I think off the bat, you'd be just completely confused because it doesn't have an ounce of English.
That's what I was gonna say.
So what it is this thin little tube, and at the beginning, I was like trying to push it out and only these little droplets would come down. I'm like, what is this? That was when I started looking into it.
She wanted to cut it.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna cut the butt of this. Squirt!
Come out!
And it's specifically designed that way to stop the oxidization or the destabilizing of vitamin C because, you know, air, wind,
fire, water, earth.
Just
kidding.
Your words, your mood can change the stability of vitamin C. So this one only lets out a very controlled amount at a time. It spreads really easily across the face. Oh my gosh, I put it on at night and the next day, my marks were already significantly brightened. Like I could see it. And there was no irritation. So I was just like, yo, get more of this in my life. What is this? And then, you know, you like look more into it because it was just that crazy. This is just a little note that I thought was interesting.
Yeah.
If you want to add like a booster of hydration, these little Rael capsules, very easy. And then you just kind of work it in. It dissolves and melts. You just use it with 2 to 3 pumps of your serum, whatever it is, and it adds hyaluronic acid effects to it. It's freeze-dried hyaluronic acid. So cute. It's called Moisture Melt Snowball because it melts like a snowball. Moving on to the moisturizer that I have been using every single day and night. You have to try this. Oh my gosh. It's the SkinRx Lab Return RX Medicera Cream. So this is like the most soothing, the most balancing, the most multitasking, the best consistency moisturizer that I have come across in a very long time because it helps to brighten, it helps to strengthen your skin barrier. It's very soothing. It's got ceramides, it's got madeoxazide, it's got niacinamide and adenosine, and all of these ingredients are so beneficial for all skin types.
It's thicker than what you're used to, yeah.
Definitely like leaves that greasy feeling, huh?
Yeah.
On the face, it's not sticky, prolonged sticky. It's just kind of like if you were to mix maybe an oil into a gel moisturizer or gel lotion, that's the kind of consistency. Yes. So yes, happy skin barrier, happy life. I would recommend this, even for dry. This is just something I put around my nose. If you want added centella, love this. Every time I have any sort of like flaky inflammation or inflamed area, I always go to this. This is also just centella asiatica. That's what TICA stands for. So it's just soothing and anti-irritating. This is something that I've tried that I thought would be really interesting to share. This is the Grand Active Retinoid 2% in squalane. So the first ingredient is squalane, which is a great ingredient for everyone.
Yes.
We make it ourselves. You know, we talk about the cleanser all the time, squalane cleanser.
Yes, yes. From The Ordinary.
Like if you extracted your own essence, there is squalane in that. So you want to put more of that squalane.
Can I have some of yours?
You can have some of mine off my hand. So this is, I think, great for you guys who haven't explored into retinols or retinoids, but you want to in a very like slow step. Yeah, like a cat's prodding. So what it has is the Grand Active Retinoid, which is a type that helps with signs of aging, plump fine lines, stimulate collagen, but without irritation. And when you're using any sort of like retinol or retinoid, you want to find a carrier that can create a buffer so your skin doesn't just peel. It's also got bisabolol that we mentioned with Sarah and Christine.
Ooh.
Yeah, remember? They said it was a very soothing ingredient. This bisabolol is part of the chamomile family. So chamomile here and here.
You love your chamomile.
Yeah, I just love like...
And in your teas too.
Yeah, if I could just splash tea, you can splash tea on your face. So sunscreen, yes.
Yes.
This, I've tried a newer sunscreen because it's always just been Crave Beat the Shield.
Yep. Same.
Or the Anthelios La Roche-Posay.
Yes.
So try this one. It's the Make Prem Protect Your Skin from Sun UV Defense Blu-ray Sun Cream. It's just got that classic Korean like kind of herbal smell.
Oh, the Make Prem smell.
Yeah. Ooh, I put a lot on here. So this is SPF 50 plus PA blah, 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 blah. So basically it defends against UVA, UVB, and UV that we don't typically talk about. There's actually more UV rays than that.
We can't see all of that.
Yeah, we can't see it anyway. This is a physical sunscreen, which has EWG approved ingredients. So if you guys are concerned about irritation or any of, you know, that realm of things, this is good to go. There are, however, mixed reviews about this. Some people saying that it's a little too matte. You know, it
Can
like
see that. Oh yeah. Yep.
that satin matte finish.
But for a physical sunscreen, this is amazing.
It is, right?
It does whiten a little.
It's like a ghost. It's not there, but it's there.
Yeah, it's very subtle.
And yes, there's definitely that like mattifying satin. It's not completely dry,
Yeah.
but it's not glowy like Beat the Shield. Yeah, that one leaves me like actually kind of
Bing,
glowing. That is the texture of it. In terms of ingredients, it's got birch sap. So birch sap helps with, once again, inflammation. It's also high in amino acids and antioxidants, as well as vitamins, enzymes, and proteins. And there's also Centella asiatica, as well as Hakuna Matata.
Oh yeah, no wonder it smells so herbally.
It's like all of those Korean skincare products that I tend to use. It just all smells like this. That's about it. That's my routine. So I found skincare topically really helps to alleviate sectional problems, you know, where they show up. Obviously, we always say you want to diagnose from within as well. You want to drink more water. You want to have an anti-inflammatory diet. But sometimes that won't clear everything.
Yeah.
So that's where you have to work it together with
Supplementary to your taking care of your body.
Cheers. So I hope you guys liked our routine. I think there's definitely something you can take away. If you're feeling experimental,
Spendy. If you're feeling like you need to spend some money.
Yeah. Or you just
There
need
are
to put a
smaller
Band-Aid.
sizes that are not as expensive.
Yeah.
And there are like sample sizes that are much smaller to test before you fully invest for this section. And then for that, I feel like Fel did a really good job of just picking things that are very affordable.
Yes, for all skin types.
There's seasons in our lives, and I'm just in a season where I'm trying.
I mean, you had time to like go through all the products we were going to experiment.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, me, I only had limited space when I was at home and then coming back here. So different needs, different wants. I think that's a good way to think of skincare. We go through different phases in our life. So yeah, if you have any questions about any of the products that we mentioned, we'll leave all the resources to the like brands and stuff, our articles that we also tend to follow up more information on below, so you can check that out.
Find us more, see more of us, you can follow us on Instagram.
We also have a membership where you can get extra content, where we also do lives and we just chat. You'll see behind the scenes kind of stuff and exclusive discounts to the retailers and vendors that we also use, like YesStyle. All of that and more. Oh, and we also have merch. Yes! Thank you guys, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye! Hey guys, well, oh, wow, that was croaky.
Oh wow. And there's also A True's Real Black Tea True Essence. So that one has 81% black.
A Tea True.
A True Tea True. What did I say?
No, I'm just making fun of the actual name. It just sounds like
I was like, what did I just say? And 93% of this is supercharged all-in-one formula. All right, okay, not gonna say that.
Efficacy-driven bioactives.
It's like stuff like again.
Yeah.
We just blast off every episode.
Astro.